Former Defense Cabinet Secretary Aden Duale has sought to exonerate himself from blame for the deployment of the military during the anti-government protests. Duale citing Article 241 of the Constitution to justify the decision to sign the gazettement of the deployment on the 25th of July 2024 in what he described as the mandate of KDF to restore peace, public order and safety where the police are overwhelmed. According to Duale, it was a necessary measure following the invasion of Parliament and the destruction witnessed at the Supreme Court. Duale, who is the nominee for the Ministry of Environment, promised to deal aggressively with forest land grabbers should he be appointed to office. He made his case on the second day of the vetting exercise, which saw 4 other cabinet nominees appear before the Moses Wetangula-led Committee on Appointments. Safin Acheng Ouma attended the session and filed this report.
National Assembly.
Friday, the second day of vetting of Cabinet Secretary nominees by the Speaker Moses Wetangula-led Committee on Appointments, Environment, Climate Change and Forestry nominee Aden Duale was hard-pressed to explain some of his contentious decisions while he served as CS Defense.
What was the intention behind sending the military to the streets? Was there a plan to shoot to kill demonstrators?
I did not deploy KDF. For peace, public order, public safety, where the police are overwhelmed, Article 241 3B kicks in. The function of the Minister for Defense, by then me, is once the article kicks in, then I am supposed to do certain subsidiary legislation. I gazette.
Should his transition to the environment docket sail through, Duale fired a warning shot to forest land grabbers.
If this House approves me, in the first 30 days, working with the Minister for Lands and other government agencies, a number of titles, including and belonging to big people in government, some of them members of Parliament, will be revoked.
He aims to accelerate the government's ambitious plan to plant 15 billion trees by 2032.
The evidence I shall give before this committee.
Before Duale, the CS nominee for Agriculture and Livestock, Dr. Andrew Mwihia Karanja, had defended his depth of experience in the sector.
I also worked briefly as a planning officer in the Ministry of Agriculture and also as a lecturer at the then Embu Institute of Agriculture.
The committee members asked him to explain how his rich CV will be pivotal in dealing with cartels within the sector.
I'm giving a notice on cartels. Notice that they will be out of business.
Be upstanding.
When it was his turn to face the panel, Water and Sanitation CS nominee Eric Muridhi was asked to explain how he would eliminate corruption in dam construction projects.
As you said, I come as a clean slate. I'm not beholden to anyone. I am not shackled or tethered to anyone. And if my nomination is approved by this House, I will engage in my duties, bracing and embracing integrity, honesty and accountability.
At 32 years of age, he is the youngest nominee who, subject to Parliament's approval, will be sitting in the new cabinet. The committee tasking Muridhi to explain how he will use the chance to address the crisis of youth unemployment.
People depend on memory to remember where the existing lines were, how they were done, when they were done. So I would encourage innovation in activities such as modeling, which will empower and employ young people in these water service providers.
As the face of the youth, Muridhi, whose net worth is 31 million shillings, assured the committee that should he be appointed, he had the thick skin for the task ahead.
Don't look at the size and think you can easily intimidate me.
The committee concludes its Friday session with a strong commitment from the Cabinet Secretary nominees of steering transformative change in their dockets should they be appointed. 5 other nominees will be defending their suitability before the Moses Wetangula-led committee on Saturday. Safin Achieng Oma, Citizen TV from Parliament Buildings, Nairobi.